Hi, everybody. This is Silvio Canto in Dallas, Texas on Wednesday, June the 16th, and welcome to our video commentary. You know, if you've been following the news about cable TV and the ratings, you may be reading information that cable news ratings are dropping like a rock. In fact, the ratings just came out this week, and CNN is averaging about 700,000 people an hour. Now, remember, this is a country of 330 million people. You would think that they'd be able to do better than that, but they're not. MSNBC is also dropping a great deal. Fox News has also dropped. Let's be honest about it. They've also dropped. They were at peak levels, let's say, October, in that time frame, October 2020 or so. They were at the very peak. They've dropped considerably too. And this is across the board. All three cable news have dropped a lot of their ratings. Now, I don't keep up with, the 5:30 news and stuff like that, but I understand that the national news as well has been dropping a great deal. And what's going on? Why is it that people are tuning out these news channels and getting their news somewhere else or simply watching the baseball game or whatever? I think that there are some factors in play here. The first one is that so much of the media in the last 4 years has been a almost hysterical obsession with President Trump. I mean, they couldn't talk enough about him. They couldn't analyze him enough. If President Trump drank a Diet Coke at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, CNN would have a panel within 35 minutes of experts telling us what does it mean for a 70-year-old man drinking a Diet Coke or whatever at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So it got to the point where it was maybe too much Trump. And people just got tired of it, especially now that he's not president anymore. What are they going to talk about now? I think that's the main problem, too much Trump. The other is too much opinion. And this is, I think, critical. You watch cable news to try to get news, and all you get is opinion, 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 opinion. Now, there are some good news shows on television. My favorite one continues to be the Fox Report at 5 o'clock Central Time. That's an excellent newscast. They do have an opinion panel at the end of the show, but it's primarily a newscast where they report the news. And you get news about lots of things, not just politics. So I think that one, is still working, at least in my opinion, fairly well. But everything else, I mean, if you watch CNN at any time of the day, they're just talking about Trump or something about Trump. And I think people have had it. They're saying, you know what? This is like the boy who cried wolf. Tell me something new. Tell me something new. So what happens now? What happens now with all these cable news channels literally in the tank as far as their ratings? I think Fox News will survive because they've got the largest audience, and so far it continues to be a loyal audience, even though it is smaller than it was in 2020. CNN and MSNBC both are going to have to regroup and do a makeover. Because I don't see how economically you can maintain a network on the air getting audiences like that. You could do so much better if you put anything else on the air than what they're getting. So I think you're going to see them regroup, and maybe one of them will have a novel idea of actually doing nothing but news. I think that would work in the country right now, a channel that did nothing but news and kept opinions to a minimum. That might work. That might just work for people like me who are sick and tired of just watching people argue and scream at each other on the television. Well, thank you for watching. And if today is your birthday, happy birthday. Bye-bye, everybody.